just referees in the chat. 20 seconds until we get this show started. Man, I have been laying down all day. When I say all day, all day. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Remember, everything's allegedly. Even my fucking name is allegedly. Y'all better be hitting the wine glass. Hello, world. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to my show, Wine at 5. I hope you enjoyed your day of work. I hope you had a great lunch break. And now as you're heading home to spend time with your kids, or if you're headed to the bar listening to me, I hope that all goes exceptionally well, okay? Hey, y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Listen. I had to get some coffee. I was laying down all day. Well, I tell you, how you lay down too much, your whole body hurts. You got to get up and start jogging in place and stuff. But I needed the rest. I had a long week celebrating my birthday. I can't do these week-long, month-long birthday celebrations no more because I'm just too old. It's just what it is. I know a lot of people say, well, you ain't old. No, I'm too old. I'm too old, okay? I can do, 3 days at the max, and I got to go to bed, okay? There's no late night clubbing up till 2 o'clock in the morning. No, those days are over, okay? I'm 41, and every year that I get older, is an hour that dialed back, okay, to my bedtime, all right? So listen, remember, moderators, no blocking. Guys, please be nice in the chats, all right? I don't want y'all blocked. I don't want y'all emailing me saying, Facebook Beagle, or somebody kicked me out because y'all had these, over-the-top opinions. It's okay to share your opinions, but we have to be adults. Even me, I can't share all the opinions that I want to share, okay? And so speaking of opinions, all right, we got a lot of opinions today and exclusive information on a few topics, okay? We're going to be talking about Oprah versus Monique, okay? Tim Anderson, his wife versus the baby mama. Diplo. Okay, he's come out to say that he doesn't mind men and women dipping low, all right? Diddy and Tyler Perry's fight for BT. Also, Tyler Perry crying when he's disciplining his 8-year-old son, all right? We got a lot to say about that, of course. Kel Mitchell has gone to court regarding our interview that we did with his ex-wife, Taisha. And also Blac Chyna and Tokyo Tony, all right? And I got an apology that I want to make to someone. Okay, after this break, but you guys know that we have to take a moment out to thank our sponsors, all right? Which means, right, we're going to listen to these ads, and then we're going to come back, and then, we're gonna get this wine pouring, all right? So without further ado, we got some sponsors that we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass, so we'll be right back. Let's go. Many hair relaxers contain harmful chemicals, and recent studies have shown that women who have used hair relaxers are twice as likely more often to develop uterine cancer compared to those women that don't. People who have used hair relaxers at least 4 times a year are nearly as likely to develop uterine cancer and twice than likely to develop ovarian cancer compared to those that don't. The hair relaxer industry has the responsibility to provide safe products to the consumers whom they market to, and they have the duty to take care of those whom they have hurt. If you've developed an illness and have used a hair relaxer, you can contact Morgan & Morgan to see if you have a case. When you're going up against Big Pharma, you need the biggest to fight for you. Morgan & Morgan is one of the largest personal injury firms with over 800 attorneys nationwide, ready to fight for you. With Morgan & Morgan, you will learn if you have a case with only a few clicks, and it will cost you absolutely nothing. You only pay if you win.
I was like, I'm gonna have everything set up for you. All you gotta do is show up, and you just gonna direct it. And that's gonna be a good look for you as a comedian to be a director, because no comedian is directing.
Right.
So this is gonna elevate you in Hollywood. So that whole thing that they made her look like she's this and that, no, she's the same chick. She's just another chick trying to get on. and she did it.
What was one of the darkest like moments for you? Like when you look back on everything that you went through privately and publicly, you know, being married to him and then seeing this girl being put up while you're going through an active divorce and he's still fucking you and fucking her and confusing you and that's your husband and you know, you finding out online. Is it true you found out online that he filed for divorce?
Yes. You know what I mean? You get to a certain level, you can have whatever you want set up. You know what I mean? We know. That's why I'm like, even though I was home taking care of the kids, I still was outside. You know what I mean? I still was in the Hollywood circles. Like me and Tori know each other very well. Our daughters are best friends. I know Kevin. I know everybody. Like I know everybody in the industry. So this girl who just popped up all of a sudden, she hasn't been producing.
Guess what? While she up with the babies and having babies and he's making it seem like it's good, you know, there's somebody else that don't got no children that's willing to give him put right after the club. Because she ain't carrying that baby to no goddamn comedy clubs.
Yeah. And then you have to think about it too. Anything that's new, it's always going to be fresh. You haven't done anything to that person. You all haven't went through anything. So it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be amazing and fun and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I think that a lot of men, they go mess with women who is more free. They don't have children. You know, when you're a woman, just think about how you were before you had children.
Oh, man. All right, and we're back. Okay. And what you just saw there was an exclusive conversation between me and comedian Mike Epps' ex-wife, Michelle McCain. All right. She had a lot to say about the process and everything that she went through during the marriage and even during the breakup of the marriage and now up until now. Okay. And so, of course, that interview is on TashaKLive.com. You know where it's at. All right. And it'll be available at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So we'll release it at that time. I just want to make sure, just in case you try to leave this show to go watch it. You got to watch this show first, okay? And it'll be available 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TashaKLive.com. If you are going to subscribe and you're new, please subscribe via the website, all right? And then you can download the app and proceed to watch it anywhere, okay? Just don't stream it online, all right? We strike, sue, and everything, all right? So real quick, before we get started, I do want to take a moment to issue an apology to Be Love, okay? Listen. I'm on my grown woman right now, okay? Bear with me. My nose itching, the allergies going on, pollen is outside. Y'all know it's green. So, but here's the thing. I had to go back and I watched what I said about her on Monday, about being gluttonous, and I talked about her menopause and her body and, you know, her gaining an exceptional amount of weight. And the way I presented that particular piece, I went overboard, okay? I went so far as to, it was more so projecting. And when I say projecting, because a lot of times when we're passionate about things, like how I am about, you know, men messing with kids and stuff like that, because I, you know, myself was a victim. You know, when I saw Be Love, and when I see just women in general, especially black women that remind me of like family members, you know what I'm saying? Because Be Love could be my family, right? I watched my aunt, and you guys know how passionate I am about this. I watched my aunt, not by choice of her own, you know, but because of the, you know, being low income and not having access to great foods, not being able to buy fruits and vegetables because rice kept us full a long time. Bread back in the day was $1 and some change, a bag of rice and some beans and all those carbs and starches and things like that. Can lead to high glycemic levels, okay? Meat, you know, was a luxury, but when we got it, especially when my Uncle James was stealing it, you know, from Winn-Dixie and Albertsons and stuff like that, putting it in his pans, you know, we'll soak it in vinegar, you know what I'm saying, and then grill the meat. You know, we ate a lot of it. So we overindulged a lot of times because, one, we were poor and we didn't have access, and two, a lot of these foods that we wanted, like little Debbie cakes and snack cakes and stuff, were readily available for 25, 35 cents a pie. You know, the sneakers was what was expensive. So a lot of times we ate the little Debbie and chips, 25-cent bag of chips, 25-cent, 10-cent sodas and stuff. And so when I saw her gain a lot of weight like that, it triggered me because I'm like, man, like if you know what it's like to really nurse somebody or see somebody that you love, degenerate right before your eyes due to diet and lifestyle illnesses, that's one of the things that I'm passionate about. If anybody knows my background, they know that me and Jasmine started at a radio station together, and I did an exclusive segment on Real Health, Real Beauty, where I interviewed the best doctors, dietitians, fitness experts, motivational speakers, and things like that. And it wasn't popular, you know what I'm saying? And I did that kind of as, my way of trying to give back, trying to preserve, what legacy I have of my aunt. And so when I see Black women in that position, it really does something to me because it's being praised as if it's cool and it's not. And so, that segment that I did on her, it was a lot of projecting. Was it right? I mean, we could beg to differ. Was there a lot of truth in there? Yes. But did I have to go as hard as I did on her as if she owed me something? I didn't have to take it that far. And at the end of the day, it's her life, it's her body, it's her decisions, it's her channel. And I do want her to know, and I want y'all to know that the basis of that message was out of love. Okay? Whether it came across that way, or whether it didn't, I know where it came from, but it just could have been said and delivered a lot better, okay? And so I apologize, beloved. I apologize to her viewers. I apologize to anyone that took offense to that particular segment, and I'll try to do better going forward, okay? And I do want her, for the sake of her own health and her, and her family's health, to make better decisions. And whether we want to admit it or not, and whether I want to admit it, I'm a role model. She's a role model. We have these platforms, and we also have a lot of our people that are suffering from a lot of these diet and lifestyle related illnesses and things like that learn a lot from us by default, whether we want to admit that we're teachers or not, okay? And so from one Black woman, one sister, one, just one person to another, I hope she accepts my apology. So I apologize. All right, so let me see what y'all talking about in the comments before we get started. All righty, let's get it. And let's get it. I don't know what you got on, Chelsea, but okay, we'll deal with this later. I'm sorry, y'all. It just threw me off. It really did. All right. Blac Chyna. I'm proud of her. I really am, okay? Blac Chyna is, and you guys know that I've always gone hard for Blac Chyna. I don't know why. She just had a special place in my heart. In my heart. Because I've always believed in Angela. You know why? Because I felt like Angela was dealt certain cards, and with the cards that she was dealt, based off of who gave, who put her here, she did the best that she could. And so a lot of the decisions that Chyna made coming up, because she was forced to grow up a lot faster than most of us, I think, for a Black woman being from D.C., Washington, D.C., because a lot of people that claim they from D.C., but they ain't from D.C. She from D.C. And given a mother that was in and out, and especially, I mean, think about it. Growing up in a house with Tokyo Tony. Look at her on the internet. This was Chyna's life. And I think because of that, I just kind of innately just had like a soft spot for Chyna, And so when I see her going through her transformation, and anybody that's tried to come on here and drag Blac Chyna, you know, it ain't getting past me. You know what I'm saying? This is a true product of her environment, okay? And now to see her, go through such a drastic change by getting her butt taken out and pulling down her OnlyFans. Now, I do believe she lied, okay, about that OnlyFans, saying she made $240 million. I'm like, Chyna, listen to me. If you made $240 million, you would be the spokesperson of OnlyFans right now, okay? So I think that was a bit of a stretch, saying that she walked away with that kind of money, and I just, you will be able to see the fruits of your labor when it comes to that. So I think she was just exaggerating just a bit, but for the most part, seeing everything that she's gone through, going up against one of the biggest, most popular, most just I don't know, just irresponsible families, and still being able to stand tall and keep a head up, and then being able to change before our eyes genuinely, not telling everybody to change, but just letting us see her go through the change, taking out fillers in her face, and reducing her breast size and reducing her butt size and dropping the name Blac Chyna. This is proof that you are not where you come from. This is proof that there's no Illuminati at work, Tokyo. The only Illuminati that Chyna was around was you. You were the devil. You are the devil, okay? And once she was able to separate herself, because I do believe, I said, once she's able to get away from this, because I'm telling you, your parents are the first to, first of all, plant any seed. You are the seed of the parent, okay? You are planted by the father. You are birthed by the mother. And whatever it is that they have inside is automatically sent to you, okay? It's in your genes. And she grew up with that. But I like how she was able to create some separation so that she could truly get to know herself and not what she was taught. Because a lot of us are taught things about us, and we mistakenly think that it's really us, but it's somebody else's, okay? And so we never have the guts to say, you know what, I'm gonna leave my family behind, I'm gonna leave all this behind, and I'm gonna go get to know me. And Chyna did that. She even left social media for a while, even though people was out here trying to slander her name and things like that. And voila, when she went and did her 40-day, 40-night fast, she came back and said, you know what, I know who I am now. Okay, and I support Blac Chyna 1,000%. All right, now, congratulations. I love that. Y'all saying, Tasha, you being too nice. And I ain't being nice. I'm just, just keeping it real. Okay. Kel Mitchell went to court over our last interview that we did with his ex-wife, Taisha Hampton, okay? Now, here's what he told the court, okay? In quote, he said that Taisha was out here slandering his name, and he wants her to pay and be fined $12,000 for abuse of the legal system. Even after the judge sided with him to say that that he doesn't owe her any money. Now, he's remarried, he's got kids, he's moved on with his life, and apparently his daughter and even Taisha has been on the rampage, even came on my show, to express their disdain for him, okay, and saying that, he owes her money, he took the house, left her broke and desolate, even put, I guess false drug allegations on her and things like that. And so he has gone down to the courthouse to ask the judge if he would make his ex-wife Taisha stop spreading lies about him, especially after our last story went viral. On TikTok, it's through the roof. So I know that pissed him off, okay? Especially on TikTok, that video got over 1 million views. And I get it. Listen, we just report the news. I was quiet throughout most of that interview, and I don't need any more legal situations. You understand what I'm saying? So, we live and we learn. Also, according to court documents obtained by Radar Online, he filed a bombshell declaration, pleaded for help in his never-ending battle with his ex, okay? And says, he's tired. He doesn't owe her millions of dollars. And he just kind of wants it to stop. He's like, what do I have to do to get her to shut up, okay? And I just want to offer a bit of motivation for Kel. Pay her. Pay her. Put her on a payment plan. See, black men got to start doing things. Some things we got to adopt from white people. And I always like to use Trump because Trump took care of all of his ex-wives, even got the ex-wives buried on the property so that he could receive tax breaks, saying that he owns a graveyard. Pay her. If she is coming for you that much, even place the lien on the home that she claims he stole from her illegally and locked her up behind, pay her. This is all she wants. She wants what she feels is owed to her. Pay her. Put her on an NDA and pay her. And once you're done paying her, I think it'll be peaceful. That's all it really takes. If she's saying you are spending more money running down to the courthouse, sir, on these lawyers, but they ain't doing their job because she's still out here on the internet talking. So it's making it louder. Stop paying the lawyers. Take it to her and make a deal with her. Because as far as I'm concerned, the only person winning is the lawyers, and you and her, y'all out here looking like fools on social media. Looking like just another broken black family. Pay her. Divert that money. I'm sure them legal fees is through the roof. You owe her that. You got 2 kids by her. Obviously, she said she can't make it without you. Pay her. And all this will go away. Moving on. Sometimes we just got to be the bigger person. Tyler Perry. Therapy. Okay? I got an eyelash in my damn eye. Whew. All right. Now, Tyler Perry, this soft parenting, this soft life, I can see why now TikTok has to step in to, limit screen time for children up to 1 hour a day because people are failing to be parents. Just because you are a billionaire, Tyler, I'm going to have to get some Benadryl. I'm going to have to get, could you get it for me? I'm not going to fall asleep on it because you're going to give me a little piece. It's the only way my nose is going to stop itching and my eyes going to stop itching. Okay. So don't worry. I ain't going to fall asleep till after the show. Okay. Just a little piece. Thank you. Okay. I'll take it during the break. So, Tyler Perry, and this is why a lot of times, some celebrities just don't need media. They don't need, it's just like when they get money, they forget, how to be human. So he comes out and does an interview, or I don't know if he makes a post on social media saying that, now mind you, this is a black man. He's a wealthy black man. He's only been wealthy the last 15, 20 years. So he knows what it's like to be broke. He knows what it's like to sleep in a car. He knows what it's like to get your ass whooped by a parent based off of your actions. And all of a sudden he got all this money. So he feel that he just want to do things differently because he feels that the money is going to raise his children differently. We've seen Will Smith children. We've seen a lot of these celebrity children, and that man don't work, sir. Okay? Stop, Tyler. You done too many plays. You claim to be the voice of the black community, and if you need to put on a damn dress to whoop your son's ass, you're gonna do that. But for you to come out and say, "Oh, I cried when I had to discipline my 8-year-old son," I said, "This is why." Besides him doing the Beyonce sketch, because we all know Beyonce and Nicki Minaj fans are not straight men, okay? This is why they say what they say about you, Tyler. What grown black man, rich or not, cries because they have to whoop their 8-year-old son's asses? You didn't even whoop him. You had to talk to him. You said you want to do something different. You said you want to do something different with your children that wasn't done with you. Sir, them ass whoopings made you who you were. Them ass whoopings gave you inspiration to write every screenplay and mimic the very women who whooped your ass. Now you want to come out here and raise the boy soft because you realize you should have been raised soft. But sir, it didn't matter how much they beat you, your grandma, your auntie, you're still soft. But obviously them ass whoopings had some type of effect because them ass whoopings whooped you right into the right person's office because it only takes a person who's been through everything to get it and know exactly who they are. And you've done that, and now you want to raise them soft for our word. You see what we say about you. You really want your son to come out here in these streets saying his daddy cried when he whooped him? That's a man you raising. You're raising a man, sir. You're a man raising a man. He's not going to have the same life as you. He's going to have a very different life, which means he's going to really, really, really need you to whoop his ass. I said, this is embarrassing. Who you think you is, Bill Gates? Huh? Keep playing. You're going to have you a Hunter Biden. Yeah, look him up in child support court right now. Talking about soft parenting. Oh, Lord, he is not going to be able to take over your company. That is not what you're doing, okay? Boy, if he sees you cry, he is not going to be able to take over. You're going to have to leave that to somebody else. Yeah, you're not your son. Tyler, stop. Stop, Tyler. Put on your dress and whoop his ass if that's what it takes for you to be inspired to discipline your son. Since Madea carries a gun, carry a switch for his ass. Moving on. But we ain't done with him yet. Diddy and Tyler Perry are up trying to make BET black again. Okay? Apparently BET is up for sale and Tyler Perry wants to buy majority stake, and now Diddy has entered the chat. Okay? Now, if I had, I guess, to pick two of the lesser evils, I would have to go with Tyler. Only because we know staff gonna stay and they're gonna get paid. Yeah. BET is about black entertainment television, not DET, not Diddy Entertainment Television, and that's what he's gonna change it. And I just feel like he's the wrong one. He's the wrong one. And I guarantee you, if he take over, ain't nobody getting paid. Everybody going to quit. Everybody going to be doing interviews and everything. But Tyler, he pay them just a little bit to keep their damn mouths closed, okay? That's why he's been able to do what he's been doing now for the last 15 years, okay? Nobody came out to do no interviews to say that he don't pay because they keep a job. Lord knows they keep a job. Right, Tyler? Paula said, y'all ain't finna put my boyfriend out. I said, anybody that buys a house on an island, what you hiding? Who has an island in Georgia? This man got a helicopter to his island. What are you hiding, sir? He don't want no paparazzis over there. He don't. Like I said, I've been to anybody that mimics Beyonce. I don't know a straight man yet that's gonna act like Beyonce and do a whole show dedicated to her. It's just, So, yeah, if I had to vote, Tyler got my vote on that, okay? Yeah, all right. Moving on. Lil Uzi Vert. Now, he's recently... Sorry, y'all. I mean, this is his photo. There's no manipulations here or anything like that, okay? This is Lil Uzi Vert. And, there's been some talk on social media here lately about his theatrics, okay? And now they've started to attack his girlfriend, JT, saying that she's in love with a devil worshiper, okay? And so TMZ caught up with Lil Uzi Vert walking downtown, and they asked him, did he worship the devil? And he said, absolutely not. That's what he said. And people believed him. You know why? They're city girls. Y'all are city girls. Now, here's what I'm going to say. The devil, they ain't going to never let you know that they the devil. What devil do you know has come out to say, I'm the devil? I love the devil. I worship the devil. Name one. Didn't the Bible say he showed up as a wolf in sheep's clothing? Wasn't that one of the scriptures? And all you got to do is look at the man's name. Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert. Lucifer. City girl, ex Lucifer. But y'all want to say I'm the devil because I drank a little wine. Joke's on you. Keep streaming. Okay? Bottoms up for all the city girls. Girl is literally laying down with the devil. Y'all didn't even know. Look, I took a Latin class in college. It was a breakdown of the word, but it was like, who thinks of a name as Lil Uzi Vert? What does it name? You thought it was a gun, didn't you? You thought it was an Uzi, didn't you? Joke's on you, but y'all say Tasha ain't conscious. She ain't conscious. She's stupid. Yeah, joke's on you. Illuminati right there in your face. You couldn't even see it. It was spelled out right there for you. There you go, right there. Hey, Lucifer. Moving on. I know they all like, what? Think about that when you streaming. What you want to stream? Melodies from heaven. Rain down on me. But you want to stream Lil Uzi Vert. All right, up next. Okay, real quick, guys. All right, don't forget. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are releasing our official conversation with comedian Mike Epps' ex-wife, Michelle McCain. Okay, she came through to detail her healing process after the divorce, okay? A very public and brutal divorce, okay? That interview will be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TashaKLive.com. Also, we have the interview with Miss Savannah Grant, the woman who came to tell her side of the story relating to DeAndre Hopkins' mother, Sabrina Greenlee. Now, she's out here claiming that she was a victim, but, you know, according to Savannah, she was 30 with 4 kids that worked in a strip club and went round to that lady house, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, and left hard. Okay. And so even though she's branded herself as a domestic violence survivor, even though, according to Savannah, she was a domestic violence instigator. Okay, and so that interview is on TashaKLive.com if you want to see it. You do have to subscribe. You do have access to the other content as well, especially if you are new over there. And so, yeah. But without further ado, after the break, we have Diplo, Tim Anderson versus his baby mama and wife, as well as Oprah versus Monique. We got some sponsors that I'm gonna need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass. So we'll be right back. Let me go on and take this Benadryl because my nose is itching. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Winos, but for real, listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order. Savannah Grant.
That's correct.
Okay. On July 20th, 2002, you were 23 years old when you mixed up Clorox bleach with red lye and tossed it in the face of 30-year-old Sabrina Greenlee. She is now blind in both eyes due to the acid mix that was tossed in her face. You were sentenced to 20 years for assault and battery with intent to kill. This was all over a boyfriend that you both shared.
And I didn't find out until after the incident during my court trial that they had been seeing each other. Well, she kept calling the house, and I was like, why do you keep calling my house? I have a baby here. You know, why do you keep calling and hanging up all night long? One of my friends, homeboys, they was like, you know, he's seeing this chick named Sabrina, the stripper chick that works at Godiva's. I was like, nah, I don't know her. I never heard of her, never seen her. And he was like, you guys kind of favor a lot. And I was like, I don't know who she is. Until one day I was at my cousin's house and Anton apparently used Sabrina's home phone and called me at my cousin's house, and she called back. But she had a conversation with my cousin, not me. And so my cousin called me and told me the nature of the conversation with the two of them. So we have a heated argument. He's ranting and raving and fussing. Are you effing that good? And you gonna give me some? And so he ripped my skirt off. So we're here in my living room, and I didn't have a whole lot of furniture at the time.
Okay.
And so we're right there on the floor, and somebody rang my doorbell. I said, don't answer it. I felt like it was her, and it was.
All right, who in the chat in the chat has watched that interview? Who in the chat was blown away when you heard the full account of what had happened? I need to know who is in the chat and watched that interview and was just like, oh, I ain't seen nobody yet to say, you know what? I can't even blame them. We ain't seen it. Okay? But yeah, that was it. It's got a lot of people just really, really, really shaking up, okay? All right, up next, Diplo. Diplo. Now, Diplo has decided to come tell all, okay? Diplo was doing an interview and said that basically, you know, it doesn't matter if, you know, it doesn't make him gay if a man gives him head, is what he said, right? Which, I mean, listen, we can beg to differ. We can have all of our opinions. He said, you know, there's a difference between having intercourse with a man and then the man going down on you. That doesn't make a straight man gay, is what Diplo says. Now, I wanted to chime in on this. Not, you know, his sexuality is his sexuality. He ain't married to nobody. But I do want to tell you, there's been a few women, okay, in my DM that have had or claim to have had relations with Diplo, and they've been out here on the path after being traumatized by his alleged sexcapades, okay? They said he likes a lot of weird things done to him. And when he's done doing those things to you, and it's typically borderline underage girls is what they're saying. I got the receipts in the DM to prove it. He's even gone to court with one of them. You know, he just dumps them. So he gets them young and wants to produce them and promises them all these things and stuff like that if they do this in return. And he even uses the fact that he's had relations with Beyonce. That's what they said. He's admitted, and if you on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. He's admitted to having relations with Beyonce. That's what they said, not me. Okay? And they even linked him to Gina 2. You know who Gina 2 is? Do you? You remember? They say he was one of the ones. Now, she ain't came out to deny anything between them. Okay? Now, you know she said she had this virus for a long time and didn't know. And she spent a lot of time with Diplo. That's what they said. You know, they got pictures and videos together and stuff like that. And so the man has been fluid, is what they say. They say he fluid. He like it all. He like it all. He don't discriminate, you know. And so I guess now, especially after the lawsuit that he had with one of the alleged victims that she ended up losing, you know, money trumps poverty. You know, I guess now because, you know, eventually people are going to come out and say something, he just wants to come out and say it first before a video or, you know, some type of person comes to a platform and say that they dipped low on Diplo. And I think, because I was just like, well, why else would he come out to talk about this? Dude, you're supposed to produce records and stuff. You're a record producer. Why are you producing us verbal receipts on what you do in the bedroom? What does that have to do with the records you produce? I'm trying to make it make sense. Make it make sense. So, which made me, because I've been doing this a long time now. Somebody about to say something, he wanted to get in front of it so he could say, gotcha. Gotcha. Just like they had Jimmy Smacks, dipping low. And everybody didn't believe that he liked to dip low. Yeah. The video said otherwise, and it's more shocking when the video comes out. So now when we get the video, we're gonna be like, oh, put it on OnlyFans, make some money, you know. So hey, they like it, we love it. Shout out to Diplo on confirming the Diplo. All right, Tim Anderson got some problems on his hands. I mean, well, it ain't $150 million worth of promises, but you know. It's enough. It's enough to cause up quite a stir on social media. So, it was alleged that he had a baby outside of his marriage. He is married to Bria Anderson, okay? Bria Anderson did come out and say that there was no baby. The baby that he did end up having was by, what is her name? Deja Lene. She is the best friend to Ari, Moneybagg Yo's girlfriend. And so she's been on the rampage saying that it is his baby. And of course, I mean, the man worth $150 million. This your baby. This your baby, sir. I remember the night you nutted. This is your baby. Just the noise you made. I got it on, matter of fact, I got it on tape. I recorded you. Yeah. And so I guess, given the DNA, he's decided to come out and acknowledge the baby, got the wife on board, He's the new $150 million baseball man. I told you, leave these basketball players and football players alone. Go to soccer, go to baseball. That's who you need to hang out backstage for, okay? And Lene, Deja Lene did that, okay? And now she got videos of Tim Anderson in the car, the blacked out Cadillac Escalade with her, and now Bria, the wife, is on social media. I don't know, you could take it as throwing subs. I mean, I wouldn't throw subs at nobody. She says the real Mrs. Anderson. I mean, she is the Mrs. Anderson. She's the wife. She has no prenup. That's why she's saying, and things like that. And so, being, and listen, I told you what my thoughts were about this. $150 million. I helped you get here. Do you think I'm about to let somebody named Deja Lene, an IG model, come and spend that? No, you're going to get his play money. Okay. And so I'm the wife. Bring that little baby on over here. We'll have a nanny watch your baby too. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Because it ain't like Bria can just walk away and go get another $50 million man. It doesn't work like that. So we have to put ourselves in the shoes of these. And so Bria is doing what a wife does. Stay until the kids turn 18. Okay? Yeah. Now, but what she's not going to let you do is marry her husband. And I don't blame her. So now, after Bria's taken to social media to tell us the truth, she says she's the real Mrs. Anderson. It has a clip in her hair, has a little bow to say Mrs. Anderson. She let it be known, I am Mrs. Anderson, and we have a bonus baby. Okay? And we have a bonus chick. She fills in when I'm not available, but she just can't move in. All right? So the baby is rich, not you. There's a difference. The baby is rich, you get dick. Okay? She says, if I was married, this is side chick talk now. This is baby mama talk. Deja, after Bria takes to social media to tell us the truth and say she's the wife, Deja says, well, if I was married, hold on, I think I screenshot what she said. I said, ooh, child, hold on. What would she say? She said, if I was married and my husband cheated, I would leave. This is what the baby mama said. This is what the baby mama said about the wife posting up that she's the real Mrs. Anderson and she ain't leaving till them kids turn 18. I said, not Deja, it's always one. I said, sweetie, for her to come out and say that if I was married and my husband cheated, I would leave. Sweetie, you've never been married. You can't have conversations about things you've never done. That's like telling a billionaire how to make $1 billion. Why would I take advice from you? You can say that because you've never been married. Matter of fact, you don't have anybody to leave. What you laughing for? Yeah, she wanted to move. So she can move it. She can move it. It's not, sweetie, you could throw all the jabs you want to throw. Bria Anderson is not leaving $150 million. So you don't listen. You had a baby and didn't even have to get married. What does that say about you? Like, You had a baby and you still don't have access to the bank accounts. You got to take your ass down to the courthouse and beg. You can't speak on things like that when you've never had a husband and you've only fucked other people's husbands. There's a difference. So you can say what you coulda, shoulda, woulda done. But sweetie, if you won't leave when a nigga's married and you fucking him, what makes you think you gonna leave if you was married? Are you okay? I think he choked on his own spit. This is my husband. So, that's why I was like, the audacity. And you talking about I would leave if I was married and my husband cheated on me. Sweetie, you didn't leave when he was married and you was fucking him. Oh, the whole of it all. The whole of it all. Bria, you stay your ass right there. She just trying to rattle you, sis. Don't you let her get under your skin, Bria. You stand right there. You show up at all the galas. This bitch going to hotels. You stay. You go to the team meetings, to the team Christmas parties. You fly everywhere. Let him send an Uber for this hoe. Okay? And the baby only get to come over on holidays and birthdays. We got a bonus, baby, at the dinner table. Kids, meet your bonus sibling. I got it here. Come on now. Moving. So I forgot to do this topic on Monday. So I'm going to bring y'all back because y'all was like, what does Oprah got to do with Monique? And I was talking about Monique and now coming to confessing that it was really an open marriage, you know. Same thing Will and Jada was doing. I forgot to give the commentary on what had happened between Oprah and Monique. We all know what happened, okay? I don't need to go down that. But Monique is still waiting on an apology from Oprah. She said, I'm still waiting. You know, she feels that she's owed that and it's long overdue. And Oprah just has no intentions on apologizing. She says, over my dead body. Over my dead body. That's why she gonna wait till she die, and hopefully she'll get it to her in spirit. Okay. Here's what I think, because Monique is really like adamant about making Oprah apologize, and I'm like, Oprah, I'm like, Monique, why? You're winning. You got your Netflix special, you back on, you unblackballed, you know what I'm saying? You making your money, you free from your marriage and from all the hoes and stuff, you know, all this shit. There's a lot of things you're coming to terms with, but not everybody is going to give you what you feel that you owe. And frankly, if she feels that she doesn't owe you an apology, then she's not going to give you one. And you can't make nobody do nothing. It doesn't matter how many times you put them on blast. You can't make nobody do nothing. But I think she lives in this world where she feels that everything is supposed to be perfect. And that's just not life. That's just not reality. Okay? So, here's what I think really happened. Because I had to go way back. And I was talking to my husband about this last night. I said, I feel the reason Oprah will never apologize to Monique is because Oprah was jealous of Monique. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, because even my husband was like, how is Oprah jealous of anybody? You have to understand, Oprah's show ended 3 years after Monique's show was canceled due to her being blackballed. Monique was competition for Oprah. Ratings were going down. You're talking about Monique, a comedian, our Black Ellen at the time. Oprah was being told that she was a white woman. Black women weren't fucking with Oprah like that. Come on now, let's go back. Let's go back. You remember it all. Oprah sold out. She was this, she was that. Ratings started going down, so what did she do? She ended the show and decided she was going to branch off. Now, a lot of people would say, but Oprah invested in her. Oprah did it. It's like keeping your enemies closer. But you have to understand, Monique had a leg up on Oprah because she was funny. She had hosted experience, and she had a market that Oprah could never get, the Black community. Oprah never had the support of the Black community. Ever. And Monique had that. Like I said, she was our little Black Ellen. When comedians or talk show hosts, their ratings trump. But see, here's the thing. Oprah had no reason to be jealous because you have white America. Her ratings, 126 million people to 9 million. But when you are used to being put on a pedestal and being told that you were the only one, the last one, the one that no one will ever come after, Monique gave her a run for her money. That's the reason why she decided to take the story on Monique's family and let her family come up there and slander her and embarrass her. So since I can't beat you, why not I report on you? And so, yes, a lot of y'all may say, I don't think she was jealous, but you got to understand, jealousy is deep. It's embedded. It's embedded. And no, Oprah had no reason to be jealous of Monique, but you have to understand, her show was on. Monique was on 9 seasons. When she was on those 9 seasons, the market that Oprah was trying to capture, she couldn't capture. She's being told she was a sellout, and Monique was nighttime. She was Jay Leno. And so when she did what she did and trying to force her to go do press on a movie, and this is another thing, this is how you know Oprah had some issues with her, because here's the thing. During that movie Precious, you can say Oprah sent a plane for Monique to go promote the show. Here's the thing. Monique is top of the line at her game, okay? She is being forced to go promote a movie that she won an Oscar to. She did the movie as a favor to a friend and took $50,000 even though she knew that she was worth more, giving her credits. Giving her talk show that was online, giving her Apollo credits and all the movies that she had done. So she did that as a favor to another black friend. But do you think she would have did that as a favor to a white company? You think she would have taken a movie role for $50,000 from a white company? Absolutely not. So she did them a favor. And then when they wanted her to go promote the movie, Monique had been overworked. She told Oprah and Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry, no, I'm not going to promote the film. You didn't pay me for that. And besides, I'm married and I got 2 children. Children that I haven't seen. Oprah don't know what it's like to have kids. That you can't just jump out of bed and go work. You know what I'm saying? And got to choose between them and going to work. She don't know what that's like. Having children in South Africa is not the same as having children in the United States. It's not the same. A husband. Sweetie, your so-called husband sleeps in the guest house. Oprah, this woman got a family. And you want her to leave her family for free because you sending a jet for her to go to promote a movie and you're not giving her any of the money off the back end that you stand to make, and that's the reason why you sending the jet. She said no. And even though she said no, she was still blackballed after winning an Oscar and making the movie go #1 without no promotion. Think about it. She didn't need to get on the plane. So the fact that she was even blackballed for saying that she wouldn't get on the plane to go promote the movie and the movie still went #1 because of who she was, it showed Oprah, bitch, you wrong. It fuels jealousy. And then as a way to get back at her, you want to open wounds that she tried to hide by letting her brother and her family come on national TV because you're trying to reach a black demographic. And since Monique is part of that black demographic, a demographic that you couldn't capture being Oprah, you want to allow her family to come on to apologize for not protecting her when her brother raped her. This is what you want to do for ratings. You want to hit her where it hurts. I ain't going to use it no more. I ain't supposed to use the R word. But I'm just saying. So to say that she won, I think this is jealousy, and I guarantee you this jealousy still breathes right now because think about it. Why else would she do that to Monique? What other reason would she have to do that? Why won't she apologize? Because it's here. She knows that she'll never be what Monique was to our community and will continue to be because she's being built back up. Oprah ain't got it in her. Never had it in her. And she wanted Monique gone. And the first time Monique told her no, she blackballed her. because she wanted to stay with her children and husband. Sweetie, I sacrificed not having children and a husband so that I can put my work first. But sweetie, everybody ain't you. Everybody don't like women. Flying Gale everywhere, leaving statement in the damn guest house. Chop. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. So now she ain't getting it, and that's just my opinion. And that's on that. Now, real quick, we got one more real important announcement to make, okay? I gotta make a phone call. But before, I'm gonna get the people on the phone, okay? But I want you to watch this trailer that we did with Mike Epps, comedian Mike Epps' ex-wife, Michelle McCain. She has some things to address, as well as she wanted to detail the pain that she had gone through during the divorce and even after the divorce and how she healed, okay? And so we're gonna play this trailer real quick, and then we'll be back after the break, okay? Stay right there.
I was like, I'm gonna have everything set up for you. All you gotta do is show up, and you just gonna direct it. And that's gonna be a good look for you as a comedian to be a director, because no comedian is directing.
Right.
So this is gonna elevate you in Hollywood. So that whole thing that they made her look like she's this and that, no, she's the same chick. She's just another chick trying to get on. And she did it.
What was one of the darkest moments for you? Like when you look back on everything that you went through privately and publicly, being married to him and then seeing this girl being put up while you're going through an active divorce and he's still fucking you and fucking her and confusing you and that's your husband and you finding out online. Is it true you found out online that he filed for divorce?
Yes. You get to a certain level, you can have whatever you want set up. You know what I mean? We know. That's why I'm like, even though I was home taking care of the kids, I still was outside. You know what I mean? I still was in the Hollywood circles. Like me and Tori know each other very well. Our daughters are best friends. I know Kevin. I know everybody. Like I know everybody in the industry. So this girl who just popped up all of a sudden, she hasn't been producing.
Guess what? While she up with the babies and having babies and he's making it seem like it's good, there's somebody else that don't got no children that's willing to give him put right after the club, because she ain't carrying that baby to no goddamn comedy clubs.
Yeah, and then you have to think about it too. Anything that's new, it's always gonna be fresh. You haven't done anything to that person. You all haven't went through anything, so it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be amazing and fun and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I think that a lot of men, they go mess with women who is more free. They don't have children. When you're a woman, just think about how you were before you had children.
Oh man. Hold on, I'm making a phone call. Give me a second, okay? Hello? Yes, hi. Netflix, yes. Deborah Grant for Greg, the CEO. This is Deborah. He knows me. Please put me through. Yes, I'll hold. Okay. Greg, hi. How are you, Deborah Grant? You remember me? Yeah, you don't? Okay, well, listen, let me refresh your memory, okay? I represent comedian Aries Spears and Corey Holcomb. Oh, now you do. Yes, I know. The over-the-top lady that's always, raising hell at their comedy shows, because I know you guys are always trying to find new talent. And listen, I know before you hang up, I know I caught you at a bad time, but I want to run something past you, okay? I have an idea. I have something really big. My clients and I wanted to pitch this to you, okay? Just give me 5 minutes. That's all I need. So Aries Spears, Corey Holcomb. Netflix comedy special on pedophiles. Yes, this has never, ever been done in the history of comedy specials, okay? So get this, all right? This is for and by pedophiles, all right? This is going to be the first ever done in the history of comedy, okay? A Netflix special done by pedophiles, for pedophiles, in support of pedophiles, and I want to shoot it in the prison. Yes, you know why? Because my client, Corey Holcomb, oh man, he's been in the comedy sector for a long time. Very, very long time, okay? He's been grinding, he's been pushing, and I know that you've seen him, and he's not quite, Netflix ready, but I think given his recent interview with R. Kelly, this is gonna make for a win-win situation. We can even have R. Kelly open up. Greg, listen to me. Listen to me before you hang up. Listen to me, okay? Listen, pedophiles need love too. Pedophiles need support too, okay? We can make some real money here. Do you know how many pedophiles are sitting in prisons right now? We can do a whole comedy tour just for pedophiles, okay? Now, no kids allowed, but I think in order to keep the spirit amongst the pedos in prison and them during this Netflix special, because they've been waiting their entire lives for this moment. You have to understand, getting a Netflix special is extremely big. Extremely huge. This is the biggest thing. This is what they work their entire lives for. You've seen Monique. Monique just took you to court. This is it. And this can be their big moment. And not only do they look like pedos, okay? They talk like them, and they actually, they hang with them. I mean, just me hearing a phone call between my client, Corey, and R. Kelly, they're really building something together. I'm telling you, this could be huge. And R. Kelly, you don't think that this is going to bring millions of views just based off of his name alone? Now, I know, in order to keep the spirit, listen, no kids will be allowed. This is for over 18, okay? But we will allow Corey Holcomb's 2 daughters to sit in on the special while we're recording at the prisons, just so the pedos can have some inspiration for their jokes. Yes. What do you say? What do you say? I mean, come on, Greg. They look like him. I mean, Corey looks just like the uncle that my mom forbid me to sit on the lap of. Come on, you look at this guy. You can tell you're not supposed to allow your children around him sitting on his lap. And then now, like he's linked with one of the biggest pedos in the world? Greg, come on, don't do that. Greg, don't hang up. Greg, this is perfect. This is our moment. Greg. Fuck! God damn it. I was on to something. I'm just gonna head over. I'm gonna go see what Tasha K Live got going on, and maybe I can get Netflix to pick this up, okay? Now I gotta go. Bye!